you'll find the word flow peppered around this website. Indeed, it is a word much used in the field of personal development, a word, a scientific term, coined by the University of Chicago and explained in some detail through his researches in his book entitled Flow, an easy title to remember, by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, who is actually seminal to the research into flow. Flow is a state of mind where you are completely absorbed in the business of living, in the flow of life, and that everything just seems to be flowing as you flow with it. It is a state of mind to be much desired. But flow is more than a state of mind, or it should be. Otherwise, in my view, I don't think it's really flow at all, because we can deceive ourselves into feeling that we are in flow. We can deceive ourselves, we can delude ourselves into feeling that we are in the zone. But we're not really in the zone, we're not really in flow, unless things in our lives are falling into place for us. And I don't mean just in one bit of our lives, I mean right across the spectrum of our lives, from a business and career point of view, to a financial point of view, to a relationship point of view, to a health and well-being point of view. If all the bits of your life are not in place, then if you think you are in flow, you're fooling yourself. I believe, even though the research actually defines flow as a state of mind, I believe that flow isn't flow until you actually have the results to show for it. Otherwise, as I said, you may well be deluding yourself. You may well be fooling yourself into thinking that you are calm, cool, collected, whilst all hell is breaking loose around you. Look at the evidence in your life this morning. Look at the evidence in your life this morning. And consider whether you can actually tick all the boxes in relation to you being truly in flow. Now, of course, you're never going to be in flow at all if you're not in the right state of mind in the first place. So the state of mind of flow is actually almost a prerequisite. In other words, your meditation each morning is a prerequisite. You're not going to get much out of life if your state of mind is wrong, as sure as night follows day. But assuming, and from my work over the years, perhaps this is quite a big assumption, but assuming that you've actually done 5, 10, 15 minutes meditation this morning, assuming that you have the triggers in place to enable you check your state of mind as the day progresses, assuming you are looking after your mental health and well-being, you then need to check all the evidence around you to see whether your clear state of mind, your state of mental flow, is actually paying dividends. Because if it isn't paying dividends, what's the point? Sure, you're better off being in a state of happiness than a state of utter and abject dejection or negativity like a lot of people are in at the moment. But really, at the end of the day, a flow state of mind has to pay dividends in your life. Otherwise, it isn't really what it pretends or purports to be. Now, if you don't tick all the boxes in relation to everything falling into place in your life, and actually by that I mean synchronicity, and you'll find definitions of synchronicity and an explanation of synchronicity in a few places around this website. If you are not actually experiencing synchronicity in your life, if things aren't literally falling into your lap almost effortlessly, then you need to go over your mental work, what you're doing on your state of mind, and redouble your efforts. Because I'm telling you, if you are actually ensuring that your state of mind is in the right place, and if you are doing it consistently and correctly, then you will experience the broadest sense of flow in your life. Everything will indeed fall into place. And that, my friends, is actually what flow really is. It is more than a state of mind. it's a way of life.